So I won't say too much about the old flame, but it's starting to become a little bit complicated now.
Old flame, meaning that there was something there.
Yeah,
right?
I mean there was this back in the day.
It was this. It was some emotion. It was some feeling up in there, right?
Yeah.
It was up and close and personal.
Right.
And for that to come back is like, do I continue with this consistency I'm creating with Didra? Or hey, could it be something that was left off from the past that we didn't finish up?
Right.
That might be still open for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. So it made me think of a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen. It made me think of a lot of things.
Yes.
And so I'm just gonna say on record, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in to us live, we're gonna have to extend this 90-day challenge, shall we? We're gonna have to extend it.
Look at Sean.
We're gonna have to extend this 90-day challenge.
Sean is making it real. Let's make it real, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna have to extend this because we're coming up on April now,
right?
Right, and these weeks have been going by really, really quick. And like I've said, you know, the most consistency that I got out of everyone from this 90-day challenge has been Deirdre.
Yes.
But at the same time, I feel like there's more. There's more that needs to be shared with our followers, with our listening audiences, as we continue on with this journey.
Most definitely.
So we're gonna have to extend this. We're gonna have to extend it. We're gonna have to.
So how long, Sean? How long? Well, we did say to finding you the perfect mate, so.
Yeah, because it's 30. We're on 33. We're on day 33, close to 30 days. So I don't know.
And let's make it clear though, Sean. When we say 30 days, meaning that we're counting down from 90, day 89, day 88. So we're past two months. We're moving into about the third month for April.
April, right?
Which will make our 90 days at the end of April 30th, right?
Right.
Yes. So that's why Sean knows we gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, we gotta keep it going. We gotta keep it going. You know. So what we want to hear from you.
Yes.
Please comment on our Facebook pages at Sean Garvey and at Sha'ria Thomas. We really love to hear from you. We appreciate some of you all for tuning in to us live via Facebook. Shouts to what up, Naima. Oh, there we go. Okay, we thought we were interrupted, but it's all good, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Naima.
What up, Naima? Thank you for tuning in to us on Facebook Live. You can post your comments on Facebook at Sean Garvey and at Sha'ria Thomas. We would love to hear from you.
Most definitely, yes.
Coming to you from Superstar Studios in Atlanta, in the hood.
So if you're just tuning in, what we're talking about now is that we are going to extend the challenge. Sean really feels, you know, he's in a place where he's started to gain a bit of consistency with one specific date of his, Deirdre, and they've done about 3 dates. But there are more prospects coming in. There are more women that want to date Sean, and we got an old flame. I want to sing the new flame, but it's not a new flame like Chris Brown song. Okay, Deirdre is the new flame, but we got an old flame over to the side that Sean wants to address. So this is how it is. This is the midst of what dating is all about. It's not about exclusivity when we date, but it's being able to see, okay, you know, feel the person out. Communicating is so important at this stage because I'm getting to know the person. That's what Sean is doing. He's really getting to know Deirdre, but he wants to stay open because there might be someone who really he finds that connection with right then and there. An old flame, you had that. That was there, wasn't that little fire was there, right?
Right, absolutely.
Yes, so we want to explore that a little bit more. I can manage.
Yeah, and the old flame, there's a reason why it's called old flame, because you have history with that person. And I have more history with my old flame than I do with Deirdre. Deirdre is a woman that I met recently, and we clicked, we connected really, really quick. And like I said, she's been the most consistent. She's been very, persistent and interested in everything I had to offer and had to say to her. So, but yeah, and like I said, there's other women that are out there too that are just as much interested in me as Deirdre.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like, I hate to say this, but it makes me go back to almost my player days in a way.
How so?
Because I was the man. I had women like that. I was the man. It is what it is.
Look at him. He's feeling himself. He's really
Feeling myself. Feeling myself. Yeah.
But that's okay, Sean. That's okay to be in that stage where you're just open and you can date and be with whoever you want to at this time, because that's the process of dating. You haven't decided to be exclusive with anyone.
Okay. All right. So once again, we want to hear from you on Facebook. Hit us up at Sean Garvey and at Sha'ria on Facebook. We had a lot of people commenting on our last video post a few weeks ago at our other studio. So we definitely want those comments to keep coming in. We really appreciate you all for tuning in to our Facebook pages at Sean Garvey and at Sha'ria Thomas for this 90-day challenge to find yours truly, the perfect woman in 2017. And like me and Sha'ria just said briefly, we are extending the challenge beyond April, because there's a lot more that's getting ready to happen.
Right.
There's a lot more that's getting ready to happen. Some old flames decided to show up. And
get in the mix.
Yeah, get in the mix. It's a movie. It's a movie so far. So
I'm looking forward to continuing the process.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, shout out to Superstar, our videographer today. He's holding it down. He's actually substituting for our other videographer, Dorito, who could not make it today. She had some unforeseen things happen to her, but we wish her speedy recovery. Superstar, what do you think about all of this so far regarding the 90-day challenge?
Oh man, I think it's awesome.
Can you come over and we see who Superstar is? Oh, he doesn't want to.
Oh, your name is Superstar, but you don't want to be in front of the camera.
No, not today. He chooses to stay anonymous.
I do have a question for Mr. Garvey.
Okay, he has
concerning his challenge. When you went out on the date with the young lady, tell us, the audience, what went through your mind when you did have words to say to her, when you wanted to communicate with her? How did you communicate? Give us an example.
Give us an example?
Yeah, an example.
Of how we communicate?
I know of how you wanted to communicate with her.
How you wanted to communicate. Okay. Okay, so we're going to pretend Sha'ria is Deirdre.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so Deirdre.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So what do you think about this experience between me and you so far?
I enjoy hanging out with you. What made you feel like you wanted to hang out with me?
Because I thought that you're a cool person. You're still a cool person. You're a great listener. I really enjoy spending time with you, and it's for me to continue to get to know you and learn more about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get to know you more too. Learn about who you are.
So I only have one question to ask you. What about that nightcap though?
No.
That's what I was just joking. That's what I was just joking.
But that's what it takes to be open and honest. But really, you do want to be clear on what do you want. And if someone is just looking to have sex and the other person isn't,
I would like to ask both of you guys.
Discussing and exploring it is important.
I would like to ask Ms. Sha'ria a question.
Yes.
And after I want to know, on the subject of communication that you guys was just addressing earlier in your conversation,
Yes.
we want to know, the audience want to know, what is your idea of correct communication between two people that have feelings for each other?
Correct communication. That's a good question, Superstar. So what is correct communication? The key word in my profession is effective. And effective communication is that it is clear on both parties. In communicating, there's a receiver, there's a sender. So the receiver is the person that is listening. The sender is the person that is talking and communicating their words. Sometimes we get so mixed up because we're not listening effectively to what's being said. Because I might want to jump and I'm looking to just say what I want to say, but really not even paying attention to what the other person is saying. That is so important when it comes to dating and getting to know each other. Effective communication. Actually listening and hearing the person for what they're saying, the tone, and what they're delivering when they speak to you.
Let me ask you a question, Miss Sha'ria.
You have a lot of questions, Superstar.
This is Superstar, by the way. This is Superstar asking questions. He's behind the camera. So once again, keep coming with your questions and comments, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook. But we're gonna allow Superstar to have.
I just, because you guys was covering great topics and things, but we heard Sean's view and his point of view.
Yes.
Dealing in his relationship matters.
Yes.
We just wanted to know from you, the professional, what's your preference? Either the singer or the listener? What is your preference?
The sender or
yes.
the listener?
The sender.
Okay.
I was like singer and listener. I was like, where he's going with this question?
But it's okay.
No, so,
a preference in terms of communicating?
In communication, which is your role that you like to play? Or which one would you like to be more of? The sender or the listener?
So the question for Superstar was, what was my personal preference when it comes to communicating is being the sender, the person who talks the most, or the receiver, meaning that the person that is listening and gets the information. When we are communicating, they switch off. There's an exchange. So a preference, I'm into actually understanding the person. My profession is I'm a licensed professional counselor. I'm a certified life coach. I'm looking to help the other person, so I'm always receptive to what the other person is sending me to help them. So it's an exchange. It's a give and take in effective communication.
So which one of those would you rather be?
It's an exchange.
No.
I don't say that I want to be either, because in whatever predicament, I might be more of the listener because I need to hear, so I might be more of the receiver, so I'm getting in more information.
Okay.
And then in some instances, I might be the sender.
And
just like me and Sean do. Sean is talking, I'm listening to him so I can hear what he's saying. Then I talk, he listens to me. That's a play.
Okay, so we the people want to know, what position would you personally rather be if you were Sean? If you were Sean Garvey, would you want to be the sender or the listener?
He's stuck on this question, isn't he?
What position would you like to play, Superstar?
There we go.
Sender or receiver? Do you like to give or do you like to receive?
There you go.
I like to give. I'm the sender. I'm the sender.
Okay, all right. There we go.
Thank
All
you
right.
for sending
Thank
me
you for your
information.
questions. Thank you for your questions, Superstar.
Thank you.
All right, so back on this 90-day challenge to find the perfect woman. But yeah, I mean, like the journey is still a journey. I have not tied anybody down yet. Nobody hasn't tied me down or anything.
Right.
I'm just in a situation now where I got this one woman, Deirdre, who's been very proactive in all forms, communication, listening, showing up, going places and everything like that. But then I have this other woman I haven't heard from in a while come back into the mix, wants to meet me in person to have a conversation and what have you. And by the way, something I did not tell Sha'ria off camera is that this particular person is coming back to Atlanta. It's moving back.
That's an interesting dynamic there.
Yes.
That changes everything.
Yep.
So proximity and her being closer to even build something possibly is in the works.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you decided if you actually do want to allow her to have that meeting that she's asking for?
I think it's only fair.
Mhm.
You know, it's only fair. I don't want to be selfish and be like, no, I don't want to see you or
Yeah.
whatever. Because, like I said, we stopped communicating off of static of something that happened a long time ago.
Okay.
And I think it would be closure for her
Yes.
to meet me in person. But I also have to keep in mind of what the agenda is, what her agenda is of meeting up with me or what have you.
Yeah.
You know, so I got to keep that in mind too when I meet with her face to face.
Very true. Very true. So I guess we'll touch on that the next time.
We'll touch on that the next time. But we don't know. I don't know when that will happen.
Okay. Okay.
That it may happen a few months from now.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why we are extending the 90-day challenge. Because this potential meetup between me and her is not going to happen next week. Well, it could happen next week. It could happen in 2 weeks, but more than likely it will probably be months from now, depending on. Due to the fact that where she's at. So months. You know, not a long time. Not towards the end of the year.
I would hope you develop something with somebody else by then, but we'll see.
But that's the purpose of the 90-day challenge.
Yes.
Now, let's go back to Facebook real quick because we only got a little bit of time left.
Okay.
We're trying to see if we have some people commenting on Facebook. We want you to comment on the 90-day challenge update. This is week 11, day 33.
Yes.
So we want to hear from you at Sean Garvey, and we're gonna also let this play throughout the entire day, throughout the entire week. So for those who are